What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review live from my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. And I haven't really been on the video reviews lately. And, well, one reason because Raw has been sucking ass so many times nowadays that the ratings keep going lower and lower and lower. But since this is in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois, I said I'd do one just to see if there'll be any CM Punk chants tonight. And pretty much they start off the show with Triple H and Stephanie not even being on the show since they were late, and Kane talked to them through a speakerphone saying that we're going to be late, like flight's going to take a while, so he didn't care what, listen, any difference between you and Seth Rollins had tonight, he told them that no trouble, you guys do not go do anything against each other tonight. And then she told the stagehand that Rollins was going to be in a Lumberjack match tonight later in the show. So that was going to happen. Ambrose headed to the ring and says that the inmates will be running the asylum tonight, and he's gonna do always what he wanted to do. He's not wearing a tie or anything. He's taking over the show pretty much, Ambrose said. But Randy Orton came out in his gear talking to Ambrose about this whole Wyatt family situation, what they're gonna do and stuff. And then he just kind of went on. Orton went on shit like, I love Chicago. You know, it's only 5 hours away from my house. So I'll be able to sleep in my own bed tonight. And as they kept coming promos saying he didn't trust them, we don't trust each other, but they have one common enemy. As the New Day came out and talking about Orton, mocking him about all the groups, mocking the Wyatt family, and talking about, you were in Evolution, weren't you? You were in Legacy, weren't you? Why do all the groups you have suck, Orton? And you give a whole new definition to the word groupie, he says. And then pretty much Xavier Woods talked about Derrick Rose and his knee, that's why he's always on the bench. And then Kane made a match between Orton and Ambrose versus the New Day, since Orton and Ambrose would go against Harper and Strowman at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And then pretty much after that, Kofi and Big E went against Ambrose and Orton, which this match was at. It went off alright, but some people wonder why not a title match, something like that. But pretty much Orton and Ambrose lost the match to the New Day since they started arguing with each other, and one got distracted and pretty much one lost the match. So it just kind of went nowhere. They just kept arguing. And Kane even talked tonight that it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Kane. And this is where the logic comes in. Why doesn't Kane just book himself to be in a title match tonight? He could win the belt tonight instead of just facing Seth Rollins tonight in a Lumberjack match just because. And then they talked about Brock Lesnar and Undertaker, some video package of them. It's about Unlucky 13 because the pay-per-view's in 13 days. And they talked about their history. It says a 13-year history, but it only just took from last year's WrestleMania up to now. Nikki Bella against Naomi, which thank God Chicago booed the hell out of the Bellas. Thank you, Chicago. And pretty much the fans chanted, we want Sasha and everything. We want Sasha Banks out. They played the NXT stuff. And then throughout the match, Brie Bella got on top of the announce table and said, we want Sasha. And pretty much Sasha, unfortunately, didn't break Brie Bella's neck. It hit almost, but I know it's kind of mean, but as it looked when she knocked off that announce table, she could have broke her neck or something. But I don't know. Nikki Bella won the match, so who really cares? And I don't know where they're saying, well, the Bellas are trying to drive a wedge in Team Bad. I don't know who's driving a wedge in the what, but who gives a fuck about the Bellas anyway? So Brian Saxon talked to Paige about being the most controversial wrestler, superstar diva, and Paige won. So she pretty much Paige won. She took a payday from Brian Saxon. They kept promoting Payday all night. John Cena came out, and as the fans were singing, John Cena sucks, he went to somebody in the crowd near and pretty much says, John Cena sucks. And then he talked about the Allstate Arena, how he had his first match here in the Allstate Arena and everything, and told them that he pretty much entered the arena, well, getting ready for his match, open challenge, who's it going to be? So I don't know why people thought that. Unfortunately, it's not CM Punk chance nowadays, and people thought it was going to be him, but Ziggler finally got his match. Ziggler went against him and stuff. But throughout the match, pretty much some took the mic and pointed to a fan, because some fan, she said yes. I guess he proposed to somebody there. I guess Cena got wind of it and he just kind of congratulated the fan. The fans kind of paid attention to him tonight. and pretty much Ziggler went against him, which they had a good match. They had a good match, I'll say that, with Ziggler and John Cena. So it was a good match. Cena won, hit the FU, whatever. And then we had to get to the Lana Rusev thing, since Ziggler would have something to do about it. The Team 3D destroyed the Ascension. 3D won the match. Even hit a Doomsday device on them. So, whatever. Road Warrior 6.0 lost to them. Triple H and Stephanie are still wondering what's happening on the show. They have no clue what's going on. Even though this is, like people said, the show's not being written for morons and kids nowadays. Because, let me get this straight. You tell me Triple H and Stephanie don't have phones and know how to use that WWE app, so we got millions and billions of views and talk about it, and you could just look it up on the internet to know what's going on Raw tonight. It's like they're so clueless they don't even know how to look up the show on the internet. You have a phone, but you have the internet. Look it up. They couldn't even tell what was going on tonight. So, it's just not a lot of logic to that. So, it's like you can't watch Raw, but you can't tell what's going on in the show. Go to the website. Go somewhere and check it out. The man that created forgot Neville and Cesaro went against Barrett and Sheamus, which they kind of got jobbed. I'm seeing Neville get jobbed out nowadays and losing a lot of matches. Both Barrett and Sheamus, so they won the match. I don't think Barrett is going to get his wish as a tag team wrestler. I don't know where he's getting that, but he's not going anywhere. Roman Reigns came out, probably cut one of the worst promos in his career. He came out to the Chicago crowd, said it feels good to be back in Chicago. And he talked about him and Bray Wyatt. This isn't about us, about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And he talked about him and the Money in the Bank contract, but everybody chanted what? And I guess he got distracted. So, y'all can't hear me or something? And he continued to talk about him and Ambrose and all this stuff, but the fans kept chanting, boring, 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 which really was a boring promo. He kept messing up everywhere. And he says, nah, it's real life. I look at my 7-year-old daughter and everything, and he's going to get the title for both of them and stuff, so she can have a future and everything. And if you were in my position and stuff, but nobody cared. And this is Chicago. We're one of a ruthless crowd. Chicago, we're a ruthless wrestling crowd, so we're one of those people. And pretty much Wyatt came out, told Reigns, you're trying to virtually get these people on your side, and talked about Hell in a Cell then. And I don't know, Roman Reigns' promo was horrible. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to send him out there anyways to talk about this entire feud that's been going on, but he just kept stopping and looking around. He's lucky I was hoping the crowd would get louder and just keep ripping on him, but it could have went better. Reigns winning against Strowman, which ended up, he beat Strowman by count out, and not the Wyatt family all over the place. And when they circled the ring, pretty much Reigns slid out of there when the Wyatts got in, and it kind of makes Wyatt look dumb in a way. And then Wyatt just goes up to the ring, to the ropes, and Reigns pretty much came in, punched him in the head, and knocked him on his back, which made kind of look dumb in a way. Pretty much punched him from the floor, and this made Wyatt look stupid, outsmarted the guy. Triple H told Kane that they're still on their way. They're on their way. And Kane says, I'm going to be going against Seth Rollins. And he says, who? He says, it's me, he says. And then they hung up then. Next week, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, and Stone Cold Steve Austin will be on the show, since Austin's doing his podcast with Lesnar next week. Rusev, when in Summer Rae, let's get into this. Since Rusev was jobbed out to Ryback tonight, pretty much Summer Rae got on the mic and said Ruru and talked about, we could have did this privately, but they showed well, everybody knows the news now that Lana and Rusev are now engaged now. For real. And I guess now this will be an angle now that pretty much Summer Rae got pissed and badmouthed Rusev and slapped him, and he looked like an idiot out there. So I don't know how they're doing this whole Rusev or Lana or Summer Rae and Ziggler thing, but it's going nowhere. Now, since everybody is doing this and that kayfabe is dead, everybody knows kayfabe's dead, we have now drawn into making this whole wedding thing an angle or engagement thing with Lana and Rusev. It's an angle now, so I don't know where this is going, but kayfabe is dead. Kevin Owens actually came out to a good pop. Probably one of the big spots out of the night. I hadn't seen it, but Owens went against Kalisto, which was a botch of a match. Kalisto almost broke his neck doing that springboard out the ring. I thought Owens was supposed to catch him, but he didn't, and pretty much almost like Kalisto almost fell on his neck, almost on his head. So Owens pretty much destroyed Kalisto. Charlotte and Becky Lynch went against Rebel and Alicia Fox. Paige was on commentary. And now, since that's going to be NBC, PBC, PCB, NBC, I don't know, since Natalia's part of it, it pretty much came to Paige distracting Natalya, and Natalya getting kicked. And once again, for a person that's the women's champion or Divas champion, whatever champion it is, Charlotte, ever since she's got the title, she's lost matches. She's pretty much taking a back seat to both Paige and Natalya thing that's going on. You're getting pinned by Brie Bella, and this is how you push the new women's or Divas champion? Wow, she loses a lot of matches in this whole faction war, whatever this war thing that's been going on. So, Charlotte, it's like she's champion, but does it really mean anything? Pretty much Kane talked about, I guess the match tonight also. I heard fans chant CM Punk, thinking who the opponent was going to be. And pretty much Rollins was pissed, and he went to talk about Big Show and everything. The Big Show to get him the help. But Big Show laughed at him and walked off. Also, yesterday would have been the 70th birthday. Well, Sunday, I believe. Or yesterday, the 70th birthday of Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes would have turned 70 yesterday. And in the main event, Seth Rollins. Who was going to be Seth Rollins' opponent in this Lumberjack match? It sure as hell wasn't CM Punk, since they chanted for that. It was Demon Kane, which was no shit, Sherlock. We all knew that was going to happen. So I'm not really surprised how that went down. Okay, we knew he was going to be his opponent and stuff. So since he was his opponent, pretty much Seth tried to run from him. The Lumberjacks kept throwing him in. Kane kept going after him. They threw Kane outside, but he kept taking out the Lumberjacks. He looked at Big Show. Big Show hit the KO punch. They threw him in the ring, but Kane still kept going. And then throughout the match, pretty much all the heel Lumberjacks grabbed Kane and beat him up outside, and they beat up the face Lumberjacks, and they threw Kane back in the ring. The New Day were about to do something, but Kane rolls back up, started taking out the Lumberjacks, then fighting them all over the place. The rest of the Lumberjacks got in and started brawling with each other. Kane pretty much hit a choke slam on Stardust and Xavier Woods and everything, and then Seth tried to hit a pedigree, but Kane tombstoned him. But yeah, he tombstone won the match. Wow, he could have just booked himself to win the title tonight for all this work, but he didn't. So Kane being the main event of tonight's Raw, once again, the world champion is being booked like a goof, people. Why? Where does this go? What's this thing? Like I said, the ratings have been low. The show sucks. Nothing's going nowhere. There's no continuity in a lot of things. Kane is just destroying everybody. The New Day is supposed to be a dominant force last week, but what are they now? Rusev pretty much went from last week saying to, I get gold, WWE gold around my waist first, you get a ring on your finger next. Gold around your finger. But next week he's already against Lana, so what the hell's going on around this show? I can see why the ratings are bad. Kane, we gotta push those young stars like Kane to become the world heavyweight champion. So, I don't know where the hell this show is going, who's booking or writing this ridiculous shit, but I've seen other wrestling shows do way better than what WWE's doing nowadays. The ratings continue to go low. I'm enjoying more Ring of Honor, to be honest, than this, or NXT, or TNA, hell, even Japan, and even when Lucha Underground comes back, that'll be the shit again. So, I don't know, the show is just like whatever, but I'm gonna roll. Tell me what you thought about Raw tonight. It's in my hometown, Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois. The show was whatever, the crowd didn't look that enthusiastic, I guess, for Raw, but that's all I got to say about that. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.